Hi, we're Tom and Bill with Naperville Preservation. Naperville Preservation celebrates historic buildings and homes in our city.
You might think the only place to find historic homes is in our downtown or in and around our historic district. But we're in the East Highlands today, a community built in the 1950s, just south of downtown.
We're going to be visiting the home of Jen and Adam, which is a very cool mid-century home.
This home was designed by Don Tosi, a contractor who built many unique homes in Naperville. You can spot most Tosi homes by their dramatic mid-century balconies. His other architectural details include an emphasis on horizontal lines, large overhanging eaves on gently sloped roofs, windows and sliding doors that maximize the view, and oftentimes a prominently placed brick chimney. Depending on the outside environment, some of his homes locate the living room and kitchen on the upper floor. And one final thing, Tosi always had his front doors painted orange.
Well, let's go check it out.
Sounds good.
Hey, Jen.
How are you?
Can we come in?
All right, we'll do.
Thank you. Wow, I love the space.
Oh, wow.
Thanks.
Look at this open ceiling. So, Jen,
Yeah.
what made you pick this house?
Well, you know, we really wanted to be in a certain location, I think, first of all. And I love the old homes. I love the history. I love the way that, you know, people have character in their homes and take advantage of what's already there.
Yeah, I'd say that's definitely the style. These vaulted ceilings are beautiful with the exposed beams and unbelievable glass there to let in some light.
Yeah, when we first walked in and saw this room, I think I was sold immediately that this was the place. I loved all the open windows and the fireplace with the built-in cement and all the original elements that Tosi had put in. They were here, and we really tried to stay with the, you know, the general feel of the mid-century modern home, and then just kind of add a few elements of our own that made it homey.
Jen, why don't you tell us about this space?
Well, we're in the dining room now, and it's very in tune with the time as well. We didn't do anything to this space to alter it too much, except Adam created these floating built-ins for us that would house some more of our stuff because we really, you know, needed a little more space.
Yeah.
These are kind of the wood grain that's of the period that I just love. I love wood grain anywhere. And then brass top, and it floats. So this is a floating piece, very similar to what you might see in the fireplace over here with the cement base. And then we carried it throughout other elements of the house.
It looks like it just looks like it's always been here.
Thank you. I really appreciate that because we tried, you know, to make things look like they belonged here. The other thing that's in this room that we have in a few other rooms is this light fixture here. We got 3 of these from an art dealer who had these, we think they came from a church in Evanston, a mid-century modern church. So we bought all 3 of them and we put them into the entryway, the dining room, and into the kitchen.
They're so cool. They're perfect here.
Thanks.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Here's the kitchen. And we're not too far from where we were just standing in the dining room. The space is, you know, not that large in terms of the footprint of the house. There's certain things that are original to the home. This open space above the walls. I think some people might wonder, well, why didn't you just go with an open format, right? You know, that's sort of one of those things that people seem to tend to.
You mean opening these walls so the kitchen is open to the living room?
Right. Yeah, that open format. I'm not a fan of that. I like having the distinct spaces.
And this is I think this is unusual for a kitchen in the 1950s to be towards the living space too. A lot of kitchens were in the back of houses. They were small. This is really like feels like a modern kitchen to me.
I think by many people's standards, they wouldn't think this was a large kitchen, but it's plenty big, and it really suits our needs.
And the vaulted ceiling. How many people have vaulted ceilings in their kitchen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels larger, I think, probably because of the ceiling.
For sure.
Yeah. Hey, I love the space.
Wow, this is a basement?
This is a basement. This was another big selling point to me for the house. When I walked into this room, it was pretty raw. And we have done quite a bit of work down here because when we moved in, it was open. It was kind of a raw space. Probably when it was built in the 50s, it was probably like a rumpus room. They removed the ceiling, and when we moved in, almost 9 years ago now, it was open like this, and we really liked the grid and the way that it looked. You know, the way that it was built, this wood framework, was pretty cool.
It really makes the space feel warm, I think.
Yeah, thank you. We decided we really liked it, and we left it like this. That's one of the things about living in this older home is really great. We're above the water table, and that's something that our neighbors have struggled with who are in some of the newer homes because their basements have flooded.
Tell us about the fireplace.
Oh, so the fireplace is one of the original elements to the home, and it is that kind of floating style. It's got the concrete square. The original brick, which is one of the features that I love of the Tosi homes.
So I love the space because it's cozy and warm, but at the same time it's opening up to the outside.
Yeah.
And inviting you to even go outside from here.
I hear some water back here, so can we talk about the fish tank?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen a fish tank like this before.
Yeah, this is something that we created as well. Adam actually created this insert that's in here. It's not actual rock.
It's not?
No,
looks like a real giant stone with
no,
plants on it.
he molded this from nothing. The plant structures on top is actually called a vivarium. So there's aquatic life and plant life, and this is our own little refuge in the wintertime.
Yeah, beautiful.
Jen, tell us about this really cool model train set here.
This is another project. You know, who knows when we'll ever finish it, but one of my favorite things on it is this miniature to scale home that Adam created for me for my 50th birthday a few years ago. It's one of my favorite things.
That is so cool. Everything that you have here in model train scale.
Yeah, there's a lot of other stuff to come, so we got our work cut out for us.
Very cool.
So this is my favorite part of the house. We just walked out of the basement straight onto the patio, and it's just a wonderful space to be, especially, you know, in late summer, early fall, like now. It's just, you can't see it from the street. We kind of think of it as our secret garden. We put in all of these features, you know, really trying to stay in the period of the home. Adam constructed these mid-century modern walls. There had been a metal railing, you know, that was here, and we took that out and put in these brick
Breeze blocks they're called.
you know, made it kind of part of the home.
It's really interesting too that this beautiful balcony that's a signature feature actually covers about half of the covered space. So even if it's raining, I suppose you could probably sit out here and enjoy the outside even when it's raining. It's a nice space.
You're
it's a
right.
big space.
I think next time when we redo the balcony, because it will have to be redone probably in the next year or so, I think we'll probably make this a little more watertight so that we can sit down here in the rain, because it is really nice.
Got it.
So here is the ferry area. Adam and I both really love miniatures, and we started with 125 and an 8 down there on the corner, and then Adam just kept coming up with new things to add to it. So we've got a whole ferry situation here. The most recent addition is this another replica of our house, and we've really enjoyed like listening to people, you know, pass by and come out here. And during COVID, when we were in lockdown, there was a day that we had 60 cars here because there was nothing else to do.
That's awesome.
So tell us about some of the rooms here.
Some of the fun of this has been coming up with the names, and you know, all of the different ideas. We have crowdsourced some of the names. There's a bookstore on the end called Fairy Tales. Wings and Things was the first store here, and that's where you can buy all your fairy supplies. And then the other store is a diner called Maple, the Maple Diner. We're at the corner of Willow and Maple here, so we named it the Maple. We've added a lot of plants and new things, so whatever anybody can dream up, Adam just makes it, puts it out here.
Jen, thank you so much for showing us your place here. It's a wonderful home, and we really enjoyed visiting.
Thank you so much.
And I think what our viewers are going to get out of this is that the East Highlands neighborhood is a great old 50s neighborhood. It's seeing a lot of changes lately, but what you and Adam have shown is that it's possible to take a very unique and interesting home and to really make it your own and make it even more cool.
Thanks, Bill. We love it here.
Yep. Thanks again.
Thanks, Tom.
This has been a great visit. We've seen how Jen and Adam have taken an already very interesting mid-century house and made it their home.
We hope you've enjoyed the visit as much as we have.
So if you like this video, make sure you press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we'll see you next time.